So today we're going to be cooking tandoori chicken in the tandoor. Before we start, I just wanted to show how I covered the tandoor when it's not in use. So as you can see, there's a waterproof sheet on the top. It's quite a large sheet, and I've got this bungee rope going round, stretched and tied together to stop it flying off. Because as you know, I don't want the vermiculite to get wet. So yeah, as much protection as possible when not in use. So that's there. I've got the coals burning over here, as you can see. So we'll let that go for another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll get going. Okay, so it's been about 40 minutes since I put the coals in the tandoor. Let's have a look to see how it's going. There we go, looking good. So I've got my temperature gun here, so let's have a look what the temperature is like at the top of the tandoor. So it's about 170 at the top. You see the red dot. If we go towards the bottom, down there, so it's about 280 down there. Okay, so because there's quite a bit of a difference in temperature, I'm going to put the lid on now. So hopefully that will give it more of an even temperature. So I'm going to go inside and skewer the chicken. Why don't you go back to yesterday and see how I marinated it, and then by the time that's done, we'll be ready to cook. Okay, so thank you, future me. So this is the chicken, tandoori chicken that we're going to make. So what I've already done is I've skinned the chicken, and I've cut some scores into the meat as well, so all the flavour can get in there nicely. These are the ingredients that I will be using today. So I've got some garam masala, got some little bit of turmeric, some cumin, coriander powder, lemon juice, some chilli powder, got some ginger and garlic, a little bit of salt, a little bit of red food colouring as well, and I'm going to be adding some tandoori powder. So what I've done already is I've put my yoghurt in my bowl, and so I'm just going to start adding the ingredients. This is my garam masala, teaspoon of that. I've got my ginger and garlic here. Put that in. Some chilli powder. Now, put as much or as little as you want of this in. Just that'll do. Now, the turmeric, you only want a little bit of turmeric, so probably quarter maybe of a teaspoon, not too much. So that's about that. So again, just a teaspoon of coriander powder. Now my tandoori powder, I'm going to add probably a large heap. Now just going to add a few drops of food colouring, just to get it that nice deep red colour. A tiny bit of salt. There we go, not too much. Then we might melt a teaspoon of oil as well in there. And lemon juice, tablespoon lemon juice. So that's about right. And just mix it all together. We're just going to mix all this in now with the chicken. Making sure you get that marinade into every part of the chicken. Wish I had a bigger bowl. So, this is going to sit now until tomorrow. So this has been marinated now for a little while. As you can see, the marinade is blending well with the chicken. One thing I forgot to do was actually add some paprika. So I have some chicken thighs, so I've essentially made the same marinade again. This time I've added some paprika and a little bit more tandoori powder and slightly more chili powder as well. So if I put them side to side, you can see the colour difference. So this will be left to marinate overnight, and so tomorrow we'll fire up the tandoor and cook some yummy dinner. It's a long wait for me, not so long for yourselves. So let's go back to the future now and see what's happening. Right, thank you, older me. So here we've got the chicken quarters. So this has been marinating probably for a good 33 hours, I think. Yeah, about 33 hours. And then we've got the tandoori chicken on the skewers, so tandoori chicken tikka. As you can see, the colour difference, right, a little bit. So this is the one with the paprika and the slightly more chili powder as well, where this one's a bit more authentic. And got the naans ready as well. So I think the temperature's good, so let's go and check and let's cook. So let's just do one final temperature check. So at the top, so we're hitting around 250, and towards the bottom down there it's around 320. So that's quite hot. I wanted a bit more of an even temperature, but that's hot enough, I think. So let's get cooking. So the skewers that I'm using are 70 centimeters tall, but they don't stick out very far, as you can see. So I'm still waiting for the bigger ones to come, which will be perfect. They're metre long, but these fit okay-ish. They stick out just a little bit. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes now, so let's have a look. Nice colouring. Let's have a look at the other one. Wow, look at that. So it looks like this side's hotter, so I'm just going to switch them around if I can. So I'm just going to check the temperature now. It's been another couple of minutes. Wow, look at that. It's absolutely boiling. Right. These gloves are useless. Right, let's just stick it in here and have a look. Let's just have a little look inside. There we go. So it's been another couple of minutes now. So let's have a look at how the quarters are doing. Look at that. Actually, I thought I might as well just show you quickly my little kitchen setup. So I've got the chicken quarters just resting now for a little while here. The tikka's still inside. That's Eden. These have been about 5 minutes now. Let's have a little look. Looking good. Put them back in. Oh, it's really hot. These gloves are absolutely useless. Just a recommendation. These gloves were the cheapy ones from Asda. Oh, don't use them. And that's the Tandoori Tikka. Like I said earlier, chicken thighs. Just resting for a moment. The chicken quarters are in there. Wow, see how easily it's coming off the skewer. That's looking really good. I'm just going to cover it all up now, and we'll start on the naan breads and see how they come out. Whoa. I'm so scared. Oh,
it's bubbling.
There goes another one. Oh! No water.
Did it say to put water?
Right, so that's the naan breads in. As you can see, we had one accident, but hopefully 3 will be alright. So that's the naan breads done. Not fantastic, but still edible. Got a bit of bounce to them. So just come back outside now. It's been about 3 hours since the tandoor was lit. It's been just over 2 hours since the food was done. So I thought I'd come and just give it a quick temperature check to see what's happening. It still feels really warm. So let's go to the bottom first. So you can see it's around 245. And then towards the top there, around 200. So yeah, so you know, if I wanted to do more cooking, absolutely. So it's definitely a party size one, that one. So yeah, so when lockdown's over, yeah, I'll be cooking in that all day.